My best friend of 10 years destroyed my life in the most insane way after I saved him. This is the first time I've shared this story here or anywhere, for that matter. I've kept it to myself for a very long time, but it's always been on my mind. It's time I think to forget it. Hope you read this a whole. I'm 38. 10 years ago my closest friend, call him Alex, completely fell apart. Business folded, buried in debt, in a really bad place mentally. The kind where you don't want to leave the guy alone. So I did the friend thing. He stayed with me about 8 months. No rent. I covered part of his therapy, and I lent him money in bits that added up to over 9,000. Figured I'd never see most of it and was okay with that. He pulled himself back together eventually, and I was proud of him for it. Last year I finally launched the thing I'd wanted to build forever. Tiny startup, custom AI tools for small businesses. Pampas Bet was actually one of the names we collaborate. Handful of clients, nothing crazy, but it was mine. Alex was pumped for me and asked if he could come on. Felt like a no-brainer. Gave him repo access, the client database, all my private research. Didn't think twice. It's Alex. Then maybe 2 months ago things got weird. Models doing stuff I never built in. A couple clients mentioned offhand that their version felt smoother. One guy's word, and in a spot or two it was doing things mine wasn't. I assumed it was a bug on my end and lost a whole weekend chasing it. Turns out Alex had been running a shadow copy of the entire project. Still piecing together how much. Far as I can tell, he had monitoring sitting on my servers pulling my changes basically as I made them, and he'd been quietly standing up his own company off it. The part I still can't get my head around. Some of the weird client stuff traces back to faked video calls. Doctored footage of me supposedly bad-mouthing clients so they'd start seeing me as flaky and drift to him. I don't fully understand what he used and don't really want to. And it wasn't recent. Going through his files there were notes going back years. Me as an opportunity. How useful it was watching how I work up close. While he was in my spare room. That's the bit that keeps me up. I confronted him. Wasn't some movie scene. No monologue. He just shrugged and said something like I always needed to be the good guy and he used it. Bored about it almost. So now clients are leaving. Investors are asking why my product and the guy who built it with me are suddenly somewhere else. And I get to explain that he's someone I dragged out of a hole 10 years ago with skills I helped him learn. What I want from posting this. Needed to say it to people who aren't in my life, I guess. Anyone been burned by someone this close who planted this cold? How do you even deal with realizing you were being studied the whole time you thought you were helping someone? Could you give me some advice? Is it really possible to learn to trust people after something like this? Because now I see an ulterior motive in everyone and everything. Edit. Lawyers are handling the case and are predicting a favorable outcome, as there is plenty of evidence, ranging from documents to some video recordings.